Wait, just give me a second to process that shit. You raised by Rick James?
Just get a redo.
No. Make sure it's real nice and long before you get on the black. You see that? There you go. Fuck that. Oh, B, what the hell was that? You got red on you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the RedOnYou podcast, the podcast where two close friends like to shoot the shit and review movies. With you, as always, I am Brandon, and with me, as always, is my co-host, the one and only Effin Stephan, everybody.
Woo! What's up, everybody?
How's it going, buddy?
It's going good.
You ready to review yet another movie?
Yes, I'm ready.
Why don't you tell the lovely listeners what we're reviewing on this here episode?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be reviewing The Babysitter.
Yes, a Netflix original, once again.
Originally done on Netflix. Exclusively.
They're putting out quite a few good films, I must say.
Yeah, not bad. I'm not mad at it. I mean, their shows are good. And now their movies are starting to be pretty good too. This movie's a little wonky. It's funny and fun, but
do you remember
we'll
when Netflix was just a mailing service?
Yeah, they would mail you the discs.
Did you ever use it at that point?
Yeah.
Really? I never did that whole...
Really?
I would end up keeping the movie every time. I would be so lazy.
You lazy bastard.
I barely ever wanted to fucking return movies to like Blockbuster and shit back in the day, because I would just forget about it sitting beside the VCR or some shit.
Yeah.
And then you'd go to put a movie on like the next weekend, you'd see it there, you'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, and then your fucking late fees are $1 million.
Yeah, and then you'd like start going to a different video store just so because you wouldn't have any late fees there.
Yep. We had one called Hollywood Video here.
Nice.
And Blockbuster, and then there was another one, I think. I don't remember.
We had a shit ton of them back in the day. We'd like Jumbo Video. I think there was a 2-for-1 video or some shit.
Yeah. Then
there was a bunch of like the, I guess, independently owned video stores as well. Oh, those were the days. And then, of course, came along this whole mailing service. And then after that, it was those boxes. And did you have those like little vending machines in grocery stores and shit where you could rent a movie?
We still have they're called Redbox.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They still do though. They're everywhere.
And now it seems it's just streaming services for the most part. 'Cause there's like, first it was Netflix for the most part that I remember.
Yeah.
And now there's like 10 different ones, like Hulu, Amazon.
Yep.
I can't think of any others because I mainly just have Netflix, I'm not going to lie.
PlayStation does one called Voodoo or something like that.
Yeah, there's a couple that automatically show up on your PS4 home screen. You have to download them, but they kind of like push them in your face.
Yeah.
Because I think there's one called like Crunchyroll too. I know one of them is just all anime stuff.
Oh, wow.
Because I downloaded it to see what it was, and it was just all anime. I was like, oh, too bad I'm not a big anime fan.
Maybe you should get to be an anime fan, because there's some pretty cool animes, bro.
I like some animes. I have seen some, but there's so many of them, it's kind of overwhelming. I don't want to just start watching a bunch of them just to see which ones I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But shall we get to our review of The Babysitter?
The Babysitter. Let's do it.
All right, tomorrow night, you, me, party.
What up, C? B, call us if there's any trouble, okay? Cole, don't cause any trouble.
I bet B has boys over at your place all the time. That's what babysitters do.
Seriously, have you ever been awake after she's fallen asleep?
babysitter is trying to kill me.
Are the attackers in the house?
They're downstairs having a blast.
Alrighty, babes, let's head upstairs and get the blood of the innocent.
This would go viral. I mean, nobody's done human sacrifice.
People have always done human sacrifice.
Yeah, but like, not in America with hot people.
Hey.
Hi, Cole. Not weird, we're just having fun. Things get messy when you make a deal with the devil.
Why is he shirtless?
That's your first question?
There's only one way to end this, Cole. Fuck you!
Kitty, gone!
Oh my god, he shot me in the boob! What kind of dick shoots a girl in the boob?
You guys suck.
You crazy bitch.
Released on Friday, October 13th, this year, the year of 2017.
Friday the 13th, bro?
Right? Isn't that that's a pretty good release date for a slasher comedy, if you ask me.
I agree.
It is directed by Mick G, who has worked on a lot of TV shows such as Supernatural, Chuck, The Lethal Weapon show, which apparently is pretty good, but I'm not going to give it a chance, and others as well.
Interesting. Yeah, I've heard good things about that Lethal Weapon show, but I'm probably never going to watch it either.
I'm too big of a fan of, like, the first 3 movies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I'm not a big enough fan of the franchise to get into it.
You don't like those classic, like, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2?
I mean, I do. They're cool. I like them.
Especially the first one. The first one's so, like, gritty.
It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I've only seen them a few times.
Have you ever watched Supernatural? That's the one with all the Amell guys in it, right?
I don't know about that. I've never really watched it. I know it comes on after Arrow, or it used to come on after Arrow, or something like that.
It would make sense because Robbie Amell is in this movie. So if Mick G worked on Supernatural, it would make sense if he got Robbie Amell. Because I always read articles online of people wanting there to be like an Arrow and Supernatural crossover.
Yeah.
Which I've never actually watched Supernatural, so I don't know if that would be cool or not.
I know, they're on 100 seasons now?
Yeah, and I always thought Supernatural was like a Twilight type, what's that werewolf show that a lot of girls like?
I don't know.
There was like a lot of sex and stuff in it and like lesbian scenes.
Sounds like a good show to me.
It had Rogue from the X-Men movies in it.
Oh, okay.
Damn. I didn't watch it, so I have an excuse for not knowing. So also starring in this movie is Judah Lewis as Little Cole, Samara Weaving as Hot to Babysitter B, and Stephan's favorite, Robbie Amell, as the shirtless for no reason Max.
Yes, indeed. My favorite.
Hannah Mae Lee as Sonia, and Bella Thorne as Allison.
Yes.
That's the little cheerleader.
Yes, correct.
Did you want to give the fine folks out there a synopsis of this movie, Effin Stephan?
Yeah, I could do that. I could do it. Here we go. So, there's Cole, and Cole's the type of kid who gets basketballs thrown at his head during gym class and gets picked on and pushed down by the older kids in the street. To put it quite simple, Cole is a loser. But that's okay, because Cole has a super hot babysitter, B, who is constantly lifting up his spirits. One night, Cole's friend Melanie tells him to spy on his babysitter after he's supposed to be going to bed. Melanie claims that B is probably up to no good, most likely having an orgy with a group of friends or something. At first, this looks to be true until it turns out into a murderous, Satan-worshipping ritual, and Cole must fight for his life, or else he could be next to be sacrificed. Oh yeah, and Max has no shirt.
Yeah. Not to the Max has no shirt, but to like the satanic ritual shit, 'cause I didn't see that stuff coming.
I think you were, oh yeah, to the Max no shirt thing.
Was there a reason why he took it off? I think it was just covered in blood, wasn't it?
I think, no, I think it just never ever gave a reason.
That would make sense. Not really, actually. All right, so some random facts about this film. There aren't a whole lot, which seems to be the case for most Netflix films, but the screenplay for this film was actually featured on the 2014 and 2015 Blacklist, which is a list of the most liked unproduced screenplays of that year. So this screenplay has been kicking around for quite a while, and it was actually filmed in 2015.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was intended to play in theaters until Netflix acquired the rights for streaming. So thank you for that, because I didn't have to pay $20 to see it.
Right? And I don't think I would want to pay $20 to go see it.
No, it's too much of a, chill at home. It's a really good movie, but it's not the type of one to go pay that much.
Yeah.
If I found, a little hole-in-the-wall theater somewhere where they charge, $10 for just regular screens, I'd see it on one of those.
Yeah. When I was a kid, we had dollar cinemas.
Yeah.
We'd go, I'd go do that, maybe.
Or Toonie Tuesdays, did you have those?
Nope.
No? Some theaters near us would have Toonie Tuesdays, and movies would just cost $2.
Nice.
Yeah. And also, this is Bella Thorne's fourth horror film. Her previous movies were Forget Me Not from 2009, Keep Watching from 2017, and Amityville: The Awakening from 2017.
Oh, I haven't seen any of those.
I haven't seen any of them, and I've only heard of Amityville: The Awakening. So,
okay, was that like the Amityville Horror? Is that like a sequel or something to it, or?
Yeah, I think it might even be a prequel of some sort. Okay. I think there's 10 Amityville movies now. I'm pretty sure I've seen maybe 2.
Interesting.
Because they don't have a great rating anywhere. No one talks highly of those movies. I'm actually surprised that there are so many, because every time one comes out, everyone just says how shitty it is.
Ah.
Right?
Yep.
But let's get to this film, Effin Stephan.
This film.
What did you think of the opening scene? I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Who's the actor that plays the nurse? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. I don't think it said on the casting list that I was looking at, because he's only in it for a minute.
For that one scene, right?
But did you have a kid like that back in school? Because we see Cole getting a flu shot of some sort, and he doesn't want to get it because he's a little pussy.
Yep.
And the nurse is just like, why you gotta do this to me, man? All the other kids, they're just coming in, getting the shot, and I still got 85 kids lined up out there, man. We're supposed to be friends. Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, poor Cole.
And then when he does get it, he screams like a little bitch.
And then it cuts immediately to him sitting in the gymnasium and minding his own business, and then wham!
Smack in the face with a basketball.
Ouch. You ever been hit in the face with a basketball?
I have. It doesn't feel good.
I have too. It's got a weird sound.
It really does, especially in your own head.
Yeah.
So, I was asking before, did you have a kid in your school that screamed whenever it was needle day?
I've never once ever in my life got a shot at school.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that shit's all about.
Oh, well, yeah. We had a kid like that was always screaming and putting up a fight.
You got shots at school?
Yeah.
What?
They're like flu shots or something. I don't get them anymore when people get flu shots, but yeah.
Ugh, that is weird.
I don't know. But yeah, as soon as he gets hit in the head with the basketball, these big bright pink letters come up that say The Babysitter, and it really looks like an early 90s, late 80s movie, right away.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I don't like about Cole is that he puts those random glasses on to make him look kind of nerdy at the beginning, and then we never see them again.
I didn't even notice that.
See? It's like they wanted to test the waters with it, and then they watched the footage, and they were like, nah, we don't like the glasses. He just won't wear them again.
Maybe, did the glasses break when he got hit in the face?
I don't know. I'd have to pay attention to that little detail again.
Because that would be a good reason not to have the glasses on for the rest of the movie.
Well, no, because I think he's wearing them because after he gets hit in the face, he's walking home from school and those bullies come up to him, and he's wearing them when the bullies come up to him.
Oh, yes, correct. You are, sir.
And then he puts them in his pocket when he gets up after they push him down.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wissy B.
Oh,
I wonder what she
B.
whispered in that bully's ear. She's like, if you don't leave Cole alone, this is what I'm going to do to you. And then she whispers in his ear, and he's like, you a crazy bitch.
Yeah. Do you think Cole looks like a nerd?
No, not really.
It kind of looks like the cool kid.
It looks like they just try to make him look a little bit like a nerd, but he doesn't really
have a nerd face. Like, he's not, like, pimply or...
Yeah, he just doesn't seem like... They should have gotten, like, a chubby kid or, like, someone with, like, more pimples or... But they seem to do that in a lot of movies, like Carrie and stuff like that, where it's supposed to be like, oh, this nerdy little kid that everyone picks on in school, but the actor is actually a good-looking person.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought maybe that's why they had the glasses at the beginning, just to kind of show you that, yes, this kid is a nerd, even if he doesn't look like one.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely get, like, the nerd characteristics of it, like, all the movies and shit that he's into. And...
Yeah, but even the stuff he does at home, it seems like a normal kid trying to be a grown-up kind of deal. Like, he goes into his parents' room and his dad's binge-watching Mad Men, and then he goes into his room after they tell him it's not, like, for his age, he wouldn't understand it, and then he binge-watches it until the sun comes up. Like, that's not very nerdy to me. If anything, he would go to his room and start, like, reading a book or doing his homework if he was a nerd.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's what most kids would do, is find shows like that and try and stay up as late as they can, kind of like we used to do with video games.
Oh, dude, tell me about it.
Or, like, wake up 2 hours before school just so that we could play some video games in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And then, so he gets pushed down, babysitter picks him up, she tells the bullies whatever, and these bullies are really weird. I've never seen a group of bullies where there's, like, followers that are, like, putting their hands up in the air and being like, yeah, or whatever, like...
I'm pretty sure, like, these bullies also get bullied.
That wouldn't surprise me, because these bullies, I would probably bully them a little bit if I met them. Like, if they came up to me and tried to bully me, I'd be like, really? Like, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I'll punch you right in the mouth.
And get that shit out of my face.
Get that corn out of my face.
And then, so we actually find out that Cole not only gets bullied around, but he gets made fun of by his friends for having a babysitter, because he's like 15 years old.
Yeah, 14, 15, something like that.
But apparently when they see his babysitter, they get jealous, which is understandable.
They're like, oh. She's
also,
not bad looking.
No, she's not. She kind of reminds me of the... Did you ever watch the show Community?
Nope.
All right, never mind then, moving on. I like that there's quite a bit of foreshadowing in the beginning. Like when we randomly see his mom in the crawl space, which is overrun by tarantulas.
Ugh.
Like, where do you live where tarantulas are just like your normal, average spider?
Dude, would you ever go in that crawl space?
No. And
Fuck
I don't
no.
understand how those spiders aren't getting into the house. If I woke up one night and I saw those spiders in my room, I'd move out to a hotel, or like I'd live on the street before I'd want to live in a house with that shit.
Ugh.
I'm not a fan of spiders, but tarantulas, I'm good.
Dude, I'll pass, bro. Ugh. I have the movie playing, and they're at that scene right now where he's looking into the crawl space where his mom is, and you could just see the spider crawling on the side of the wall there. Ugh.
And she's not even like getting rid of them. She's under there for another reason. She's like putting storage under there or some shit.
No, they're setting up traps.
Oh yeah, all those the mouse traps.
Yeah.
Are those for the spiders though? Because he makes a comment about the spiders and she's like, no, they kill other nasty stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Ugh. And she gets out, she's covered in webs. Mom's pretty hot though too.
Yeah, I recognize her from something, but I couldn't pinpoint it. But if one of those spiders did get into one of those mouse traps, that'd be disgusting.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it would definitely make a little splash.
I would rather deal with a dead mouse on one of those traps than a gooey... Yeah, I don't even want to think about it, man. Why you gotta keep bringing it up, Effin Stephan? And like you said, yeah, throughout the movie, the more stuff that Cole does, he doesn't seem like an outcast to me for some reason.
He seems like someone I would hang out with, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking, because even later on, so his parents are going away for the weekend, and we get like a little montage.
Oh, she's in Talladega Nights.
Oh, the mom?
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably where I recognize her from. Is she in anything else?
Iron Man 1 and 2. Law-abiding citizen.
I've seen all of those movies. Look at that. What's her name?
Her name is Leslie Bibb, or Leslie Louise Bibb. Yeah. Learn something new every day.
Right? It's good for you, man. Does the body good.
Yeah. It sure does.
So we get that little montage after his parents go away, and him and B are like doing the little jiggy with it in the living room and shit. Is that what you did when you were a kid? I guess that kind of makes him a nerd, because I wasn't dancing around my living room.
You didn't do that?
Not when anybody was around.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right.
You enjoy a good little dance, Effin Stephan?
Sometimes I dance around my house all the time.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to be quite drunk to actually start dancing, and it has to be to the right kind of music.
Dude, if my wife has the Ellen DeGeneres show on and and she gets up and starts dancing like she does, dude, I can't help but get up and fucking dance.
Man, Ellen DeGeneres is fucking hilarious.
She's awesome.
She's a funny lady. And so yeah, they're dancing around, and then Cole's parents must have some money because we see them in the backyard beside his, I think it's a garage, but they're playing a movie on the side of the wall through a projector.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's so kick-ass, but like, I wish I had that kind of money to do that shit.
Right?
And you know what that kind of reminded me of? Have you ever heard, I don't know where they do it, but there's a place where you can get in like a floaty donut thing, and you go in the water in like a lake.
Oh, yeah.
And you watch Jaws.
I've seen pictures of that.
Fuck that.
Really? You're in a lake. You're not in like the ocean.
I have too much of a crazy, stupid imagination.
Yeah.
Plus my fingers and toes would go all pruny. I can't stay in the shower for more than like 20 minutes, and then my fingers like look like raisins.
What about like a canoe or something where you're not submerged?
That'd be cool. Imagine if you took a canoe and kind of made it so that you could lie down and like look up. That'd be cool. And watch the movie.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be neat. But yeah, they're kind of like reciting lines from the movie as it's playing. Like, this babysitter is not only hot, she's like a big nerd herself, apparently.
Oh, yeah. And they, like, I like the part where, he's all like, you gotta pick 5 people on the team, or make up a team of 5 people, 5 or 6 people, to battle, I don't know.
Yeah, it's 5, like, sci-fi, like, fictional sci-fi characters.
Yeah.
Because she ends up picking 2 Star Trek captains.
Kirk and Picard.
Yeah, Kirk and Picard, Ripley, an alien egg, and someone else who I can't remember. Damn.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But she had a pretty solid list, yeah.
Oh, because she goes into a story like Kirk and Picard go in, and then they distract the bad guy, and Ripley then takes the alien egg, goes in, and then throws the alien egg at him.
Yep.
And then the face hugger gets him, and then boom, yeah, victory, or whatever. But I like, because it's like kind of like Scott Pilgrim. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes.
Where the list comes up out of nowhere that only we can see.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I wish they did more of that throughout the movie, though.
Yeah, but can't overdo it.
Yeah, you can't overdo it, but I think that was the only part that was like that, wasn't it? Like, there should have been like a kill count or something.
Oh, throughout the movie? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets hit in the face again with another ball. With
Does
a
he?
soccer ball. Yeah. There's a part where he's outside and he sees the babysitter with maybe a boyfriend or something, and he's just watching, and then he gets hit he's leaning up against the fence and gets hit right in the face with the soccer ball.
Oh yeah, is that the part? I think that's the part where the babysitter, you see her walking out of the store with the nerdy guy that you see at Cole's house later on.
Yeah.
Which I didn't actually notice until the second time I watched it. First time I was just like, who's this random guy? I had completely forgotten like who he was or what he looked like when he showed up later on. And we also see Cole has a little girlfriend, little girly friend, named Melanie, I love the part. It was kind of more back at the beginning when Cole's at school.
Yeah, trying to get a ride home.
Yeah. What does her dad say? Like, are your parents expecting you to take the bus home, Cole?
Oh, yep.
Maybe you should just take the bus home so
Maybe
they
you
don't
should
worry.
just take the bus. And he starts talking. What'd you say?
And he's
revving the
revving.
engine. NASCAR Nation, bitch!
Yeah. Who says that?
Oh, me now.
Because Melanie says, because her parents just got a divorce and her dad spent all of his money on that car to piss off her mom.
Doesn't work. It's just a car.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice car though.
NASCAR Nation, bitch!
You a big NASCAR fan? You like watching those cars go by?
If I get free tickets when they come to town, I will go.
Yeah, I'm like that with any sport. If someone asks me to go if I get tickets or something, I'll go watch a game.
Right? Fuck it. Why not? Hang outside, have a
few beers, have some hot dogs.
Usually there's a lot of good scenery around.
So Cole eventually has to go to bed, and he's talking to his little girlfriend Melanie. They're texting back and forth and stuff. And she mentions how after he goes to bed, B probably has a boyfriend over or does something bad, probably gets up to no good, because that's what all babysitters do.
And they're having orgies.
Well, yeah, because Cole goes out and looks, and there's like a few friends there, and he goes and texts her, and he's like, "Oh, there's more
they're
than
playing spin the bottle."
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh wow, she must be having a full-on orgy," and he has to actually Google it.
Okay, this is B's intergalactic dream team versus the big bad, is what it was.
All right, let's hear it.
Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, Will Smith, and Jeff Goldblum. That's right, from
Independence Day.
From Independence Day, Ripley, and the egg.
Yes.
A xenomorph egg.
That is awesome. Yeah, that is a pretty good fucking team.
Not bad.
So, yeah, Melanie, he has to... What? Oh, all right, this is the problem I have. I don't know if I was just a masturbating maniac when I was 15, but did you not know what an orgy was when you were that age?
I for sure knew what an orgy was.
Especially if you're binge watching Mad Men. I'm sure they mentioned...
Well, I was a big fan of the band Orgy when I was in like fourth, fourth grade or something.
It's a pretty good band.
I got a big sticker, Orgy sticker, on my like bookcase or something.
Mm-hmm.
At school on my on my binder.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "You can't have that." And I was like, "Why?" Because I didn't know what it was then, because I was still pretty young and innocent.
Yeah.
But I learned eventually, like real quick, I think.
That's pretty fucking funny.
I don't think my dad told me. I think I went and asked like some friends or my older brother or something.
Well, yeah, because back then we didn't have Google.
Yeah.
There was nothing like Google. You had to go to a library and look that shit up if you wanted to, and that's just embarrassing.
Yep.
Hi, miss, where do I find out what an orgy is? Well, I guess you could just look it up in the dictionary.
Yeah, I might have did that too.
I'm sure I had a few band stickers from back then that was kind of the same thing that I can't think of now.
Yeah.
I miss sticking band stickers all over your shit.
Right?
Binders and like CD cases and shit. But now you don't have CD cases because you just have iPhones and shit.
They don't even do those like stickers, band stickers anymore.
You know what?
When's the last time you saw a vending machine, a little sticker vending machine that had like bands and shit?
I've never seen one with bands.
Oh, really? That's where I got a ton. That's where I got an orgy one.
There's always ones at like Walmart that have all the kids stickers and shit. But if you wanted band stickers, you'd have to like, I guess HMV would have them sometimes.
Hot Topic or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Cole is looking up what an orgy is on Google after watching Mad Men for an entire night. And I've never seen the show, but I'm pretty sure they probably mention an orgy or some form of something, or this kid should just know his shit. All right?
Right.
Are we clear on that?
We're clear.
So he looks it up. He's like, oh, he doesn't even look like surprised or anything either. Like if I looked that up for the first time, I'd be like...
jerking off.
Holy hell. That could be happening downstairs.
Let me go look. Let me take a peek.
Melanie tells him to go look. Hey, just go watch. Be a little pervert.
Fuck it. Why not?
Man, she's a keeper.
Yeah.
If she's telling you to go watch an orgy, that's pretty good shit right there. I'm not complaining. I'm not mad about it. So he's watching, and we've got... Who do we got down there? We've got B.
Yep.
We got Amell.
The nerd.
Yeah, we got the nerdy guy. We got the cheerleader. And Is that it?
The Sonia?
Oh, yes. We got Sonia and what's the black guy's name?
Oh, yeah, the black guy. That was like, there's another guy. I know there is...
Because he's always complaining that, like, he's getting blood all over himself, like, every time they kill someone.
Yeah.
But they won't get him, like, a change of clothes or anything. So, yeah, they're all sitting in a circle and playing Spin the Bottle, and B starts going around kissing people. She makes out with the cheerleader a little bit. I know that got you excited.
I was like, ooh.
Is it the black guy? She just licks his cheek?
Oh, yeah, he was all ready for it.
He's like closing his eyes. He's like, oh yeah, it's my turn. And then she just licks it. He's like, oh, really? Come on. And then she goes up to the nerdy guy and he's all like, well, I don't know if I should do this.
Just relax.
And then she starts kissing him. And from behind, we see her pull out 2 knives and just stick them in his head.
Like out of nowhere. Like this is when the movie takes its turn. Where you're like, oh, okay, this is the type of movie this is.
I did not see that coming.
Like the whole movie, you're like, I thought this was supposed to be a scary movie. And then, like, out of nowhere when that happens, she just fucking, bam, 2 knives into the fucking dome. And he's just still standing there alive, kind of like,
And there's, like, some blood coming out, some good squirtage.
That's nasty.
Yep.
And Cole is just up on the stairs looking at this, and he just goes wide-eyed, and he's like, holy shit. And then he hears them mention that they're going to move on to upstairs for the blood of the innocent.
Mm-hmm.
So he runs back, and this is where it gets intense. But before we get to the intense, action-filled bit of the movie, shall we take a little promotional break?
Oh, you mean some of them tasty promos? You gotta listen to these.
All right, we will be right back with the conclusion of The Babysitter.
It's 7:38. Shut up, everyone.
Shut up. Woo!
This is Leo.
This is Kitty.
This is Fez.
This is Jackie.
This is Cobra. What's up?
And Midgie.
We are Afterburn 739 Podcast coming to you from Scrish Bar. Tune in every week and hear us talk about anything and everything. We are not politically correct.
We are certainly not well informed.
Sometimes we will make shit up.
But we will make you laugh. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, or Afterburn739.com.
And Twitter and Afterburn739.
What's Stitcher?
Hello,
Kitty. Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party.
My jingle.
And you never know who might turn up in Scrish Bar in the Turkey Bucket Gallery.
I quit.
Hi, do you want to Netflix and chill, but you're not popular enough to have a girlfriend? Check out Netflix and Swill, where you can get drunk alone and listen to us ramble on about shit that's on Netflix.
I've listened to Netflix and Swill for 2 whole episodes now, and they've helped cure my incurable loneliness. Thanks, Netflix and Swill, for letting me get so drunk and forgetting about all my problems.
You can trust him, he's unbiased.
I'm totally not a host for this show.
So hop over to netflixandswill.podbean.com or check us out on iTunes.
Welcome back to the RedOnYou podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are reviewing The Babysitter, the Netflix original, and things are about to get pretty goddamn good.
They are, but before we continue, I'd like to ask you a couple questions, Effin Stephan, if I may.
Okay, go for it. Ask away.
Did you ever have a hot babysitter growing up?
I remember having a babysitter. I don't remember if I think I probably thought she was hot.
I had many babysitters, but
yeah,
I do remember one being pretty good looking, but I was pretty young, so I don't really remember her name.
Okay.
Second question.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to pick one of the girls from this movie, one of the lovely ladies, so you got Sonia, Allison, and B, to be your babysitter, who would you pick?
I'm gonna go. Oh, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to go with Shirtless Max. He's a good-looking fella.
I should have seen that coming. All right, back to the good stuff. This is where I was actually kind of confused by this part. So to kind of backtrack, before Cole goes to bed, Bree has a shot with him.
Oh, yes.
And we find out that she put some sort of sleeping drug in it. Is that what happened? But he dumps it out because he doesn't like alcohol?
Yeah, he kind of puts... Maybe... Well, it seems like he's taken the shots before, you know?
Yeah.
Because it kind of leads you to believe that this is not the first time that she's done this. And usually he takes the shot and it makes him tired and he goes to bed.
Okay. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like this isn't the first time she's done this in the house with the whole satanic ritual.
Yeah.
Because they go upstairs and then don't they end up giving him a needle?
Yeah, because to get the blood of the innocent, they're going to pull some blood out of his arm with just a needle, which is nice and clean, which is cool.
Okay, now I get it.
But he's freaking out. He's laying in bed and he is freaking out.
And they end up tying him to a chair in the basement, being like, "What the hell, Cole? Why aren't you asleep?"
Well, he was gonna run out the window with the sheets and stuff.
That comes later though, because that's when he falls, right?
No.
He does that beforehand. Oh yeah,
because he's starting to set everything up. Because they leave the room, and then she kind of shuts the door, but then she kind of, I guess, doesn't. Well, he starts setting up all the sheets to escape, but then it does like one of those jump scare type things where it shows her right behind him, and she goes, "What are you doing, Cole?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets tied up, and she says she was in the room, and he called the cops as well when they weren't right before they came upstairs. So the cops show up, and this part's pretty fucking cool.
Which part was it?
Fucking, I keep wanting to say Stephen Amell. What's his name?
Robbie Amell.
Robbie Amell. He gets like a fire poker from the fireplace and throws it at one of the cops. It goes through his eye.
That's right.
And then one of the cops shoots Allison right in the heart, and she goes flying.
Yeah, that shit was freaking hilarious.
Like, so over the top. She goes, like, flies across the room.
Very over the top.
But she doesn't die. I thought maybe because of the satanic rituals they were like immortal or something, but that's not the case.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because they keep saying, "Oh, you got shot in the boob," and she flips out like, "I got shot in the boob," but it's like right in her heart. Like I'm confused at how she survived that, but okay. How did Cole get out of the chair? Oh, he's cutting himself out because then they're like, "You don't think we can see you in the mirror behind you? We know that you're cutting yourself free," and he just keeps going and going.
Yeah,
and they're like,
and he starts cutting faster.
And they're like, "Oh, that's so cute. He's trying to get away." And then one of the cops' radios goes off, and B picks it up, and she has to give them like the code to
a code 10-4. I mean, who doesn't know that like code 4 means everything's cool?
I didn't know that.
Oh, really? Okay,
No.
never mind. I did security for like a couple years.
Well, there you go. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I have not done any security job, so. But yeah, he tries to tell her the wrong code at first, and she's like, No, I'm not stupid, Cole.
Yep.
But then he gives them the right code. So no more police officers. And then Cole gets free and bolts up the stairs.
Why run upstairs, though? Like,
I don't know. Maybe the front door was locked, or maybe there was someone standing at the front door. I forget. But he runs upstairs, and he is chased by Mr. Max with no shirt, and Cole tries climbing out of his window with the rope that he put together with his sheets.
Yeah.
And this part looks like it hurt like a son of a bitch.
He lands flat on his fucking back, just like a...
Yeah, because Amell, fucking Max with no shirt, starts like pulling the rope up and like trying to reach at him, and Cole just lets go and just falls.
Ugh.
Like he must, if that really happened, you would have winded yourself. You would have been able,
Yep.
You would not have been able to breathe yet. I hate that feeling.
Dude, that's the worst.
So bad. And I must say, because Cole runs to his treehouse that he mentions earlier, like there's more foreshadowing. We see his dad taking out the roof of it, and it looks like a pretty badass fucking treehouse when he climbs up.
Dude, yeah.
Like it looks more like a playground, like up in a tree.
Right?
And this is kind of, I was kind of let down. Like, some of the kills in this movie are good, like really good. And then some of them are just really boring.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, like this one, fucking No Shirt Max climbs up the treehouse and he ends up just falling off pretty much and gets tangled up in a rope and hangs himself.
Yeah.
That was kind of boring.
My dogs think so too.
Good. Your dog should think so, because this movie, as good as it was, I really enjoyed it. It did have a lot of potential to be a lot more enjoyable. Like, next up, Sonya comes out running after Cole, so he goes into the crawl space.
Oh, the crawl space that we mentioned earlier with all the spiders?
Yes.
Ah, it's so gross, dude. And then when he's crawling in there, you see one crawling on him, and do you get the heebie-jeebies when you see shit like that?
Yeah, and
I was like, oh, God, stop it.
It's funny because this movie kind of reminds me of Home Alone, just like 2 of the kills, and because he like returns to his house later on after leaving to kind of like defend it. But I kind of think like the tarantulas were another added touch, if it was on purpose to make this like Home Alone, because there's that one tarantula in the first Home Alone movie. So I don't know if they were like, if that's like an Easter egg or...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or a coincidence or something.
So he grabs some fireworks and goes in the crawl space and he hides. He tries to like pile shit on top of him. And then Sonya, I don't know how she thinks of going under there, because I would have assumed that he would have just ran away, like away from the house.
Right.
Why would you stay at the house? But you know, it makes for a good movie.
Yep.
She goes under and doesn't actually find him. She goes very close to him and starts like smacking all the piles of shit everywhere. Does his phone go off or something? He makes a noise somehow.
Yeah.
And obviously that's going to happen. That happens in every fucking movie where there's someone hiding. Usually in this day and age, it's a cell phone. It's always a cell phone now. It's usually like a little text message or it starts ringing and they have to like pull it out and like turn it off. And they do that whole face like, oh shit. But she goes back and...
Oh, you know what it was? I think the tarantula was crawling on him, wasn't it? And he might have made a noise. I think he was under the blanket and he could see the tarantula crawling on his, like, by his head in the blanket.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense, because it's, like, on him when he's crawling there, which I don't understand how you wouldn't feel that holding on. Like, ugh. And they're furry. Ugh.
Yep. I'm sure his adrenaline was rushed into...
Yeah, and he ends up having to fight her a little bit. And doesn't she end up smacking some of the mouse traps?
Does she?
I think so, because then he gets to the doorway and lights the fucking firecracker.
Oh, yeah. Blows up the whole fucking crawl space.
How the hell did the fire not spread to the rest of the house, though?
I don't know.
Like, it was it was under the house.
Movies, bro.
Yeah, but that should have been, like, one of the very last kills or something. And I was really hoping more of the kills would be like this one. Like that Home Alone vibe.
Yeah, because that one was pretty epic.
Yeah, like I was hoping more of the kills would be him grabbing a random item from the house or something like that. Like booby traps or some shit. But a lot of the kills were, like, very throwaway. Like, I think next up, is it this part where he runs to Melanie's house?
I think so.
And... He ends up kissing her, which is a big part of the movie because he's the shy nerd and he finally gets the guts. And then this is where he's like, no, it's my house. I gotta defend it or whatever. So he goes back and he's in the kitchen and the cheerleader who got shot in the boob.
Right in the boob.
Comes at him with the kitchen knife that also we forgot to mention earlier in the movie. He was fixing like a remote control car or some shit, but he was using this big butcher knife because he's stupid. And his dad puts it in the dishwasher and he goes to grab it when he sees Allison and she's like, you looking for this? And she's holding the butcher knife. And they have a little showdown in the kitchen and B ends up killing her.
Yeah, just shoots her. Fucking boom.
basically what happened to her earlier in the movie. Like it was like half the kills were good and half the kills were kind of eh. Or am I alone on this? Did you enjoy that kill?
I didn't expect it.
Like at least they They should have foreshadowed because they were making out earlier. They should have had like a final showdown, like trying to like fight and shit. And
yeah, that would have been cool.
Maybe Allison gets the gun at one point and Cole knocks her down and helps B.
Yeah.
But then still doesn't trust her. I don't know, something different. Because it wasn't much of a... It was just too quick. It was like Shirtless Max's death. It was just like, oh crap, I'm falling, and oops, I hung myself.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you agree? You better agree.
I agree. It's some deaths could have definitely been better.
And maybe like a little gore. B tries to tell Cole that she's actually been on his side the whole time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's trying to do some sort of satanic voodoo spell, because he starts thinking back to parts of the movie, and instead of like Melanie being with him or him being alone, B is with him. Because she's all like, we could be together or whatever, like do the satanic ritual with me.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then he gets away and he goes back to Melanie's house and he takes her dad's car. And did you see this coming? What he did with the car?
No. No, ramming it right through the house.
I thought he was just going to drive off like into the sunset. Like he gets away, finally gets into the car.
Yeah.
But then, he just drives it off the curve and it like barrel rolls into the kitchen.
Yep.
Crushing B in the process. And he gets out and he has like a final goodbye with her.
Yeah, doesn't he? That wasn't there a little bit of
foreshadow?
Foreplay, but like foreshadowing. Yeah, a little foreshadowing earlier when he was building a car and he was trying to get it ready to do a barrel roll.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
I remember that. And he was using the kitchen knife, and his dad put the kitchen knife. He's like, you don't use the kitchen knife for that. And he puts it away somewhere, and there was foreshadowing with that as well.
That's why I keep you around, Effin Stephan.
Yeah, I try to make 1 or 2 points when we do these episodes.
And they're good points most of the time, unless it's a bad point, which I'll call you out on. Sorry, I just had to wet my whistle.
Wet your whistle?
Wet my whistle.
Why are you saying it that way?
I don't know. I can say it any way I want. It's a free country.
Saying what way?
Wet my whistle. So, Cole, he, the way he gets away from her in the first place, though, is that he lights that little spell book of hers on fire that she randomly has. Because she tells him,
oh, yep. Yeah.
I was a lot like you, or nobody liked me, or whatever, so I sold my soul to the devil, basically, and I have to do these satanic rituals to stay young and make everyone like me. And he's like, well, fuck you, and he just burns the book. That's what happens, yes. And then he drives the car right into her, and then all the fire engines and the police show up, and you see his parents come.
Well, but before all that,
what happened?
Like while she's laying there dying, I guess. Cole is talking to her, and he's all like, "I never gave you my list or my team for the team against the big bad."
Yeah.
And I like this part. And his team was was Admiral Adama and Data and Predator. And then the last 2 people on his team was Cole and B. And she's all like, oh, I didn't know we could be on the team.
Oh, that's so touching.
I thought that was a pretty good part of the movie. It is. It's cute.
I'm trying not to shed a tear.
Do you need a tissue?
I think I need a tissue. But yeah.
Gonna need a tissue, because I'm gonna kick you in the dick. You keep making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
I'm just kidding.
I am. But no. So yeah, after that, we see all the fire trucks and stuff, and we also see the bullies again.
Oh, yeah.
Except the bullies don't do the whole hands in the air thing for their leader now. They do it for Cole.
Yep.
And then
Cole's the new badass.
Oh, he's so badass. And then he goes to his parents and he's like, I don't think I need a babysitter anymore. Boom.
Credits roll, right?
Yes, but then we get a little after credits thingamajiggy where we see someone
mid credit type thing.
Yeah, we see. I think it was a fire truck,
either
firefighter.
Yeah, some sort of detective or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like going through the wreckage and they go near Bee's body and she wakes up and grabs them. Bam, bam, bam.
Well, I don't think she waked up and grabbed him. I think she was just missing. She wasn't there, and she was like, I'm behind you, motherfucker, and then got him, right?
You might be right.
I think I am right, because I am looking at it right now.
Are you now?
Yep, watching it.
Well, are you watching a movie or doing a podcast?
Watching the movie that we are podcasting on.
All right, I'll let that slide, all right?
You goddamn right you will, you son of a bitch.
All right, so yeah, that is the movie. Shall we move on to our last little bit, which is overall thoughts and ratings?
Overall thoughts and ratings. Let's do it. What did give us the rundown? What did the other people do? Give it.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 69%.
69.
Oh, IMDb gives it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I don't know. I think this movie is a lot of fun. It's
Yeah, so both of those scores are like a D if you're in school. I definitely think I would give this movie a B myself, so I would give it an 8 out of 10.
You'd give it an 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
I think it's really enjoyable. As enjoyable as it was, though, it was kind of a letdown. Like I said, half the kills are they felt like throwaways, sort of.
Lame and cheesy, the dialogue's dumb, but I think that's kind of the point of it, though. You know,
Well, I didn't mind the dialogue. I just like the kill when, like, shirtless Max just hangs himself. I think that could have been a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Like the fireworks kill.
Yeah, that was badass.
Or when Allison gets shot and she gets thrown across the room. Like, it seemed like it was a lot...
Very ridiculous.
it seemed like it was a lot more fun up until a certain point, and then it just kind of got, like, thrown together almost. And then the car scene came, and that was more fun again, because it was just like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yep.
But yes, overall, and I also wish there was more Home Alone booby traps.
Yeah, those are always fun.
That's about it, but you never know. There might be a sequel, so if there is, maybe they'll do more of a booby trap scenario. Yeah. Who knows?
So what's your score?
Effin Stephan, I give this movie a 7 out of 10.
Okay. 7 out of 10. A C.
Could have been a bit better, but it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. I've seen it twice, and I'll probably throw it on at least every Halloween.
Really? You think it's a good Halloween movie?
Yeah, because it's got that fun Home Alone aspect to it.
I guess.
Well, I watch a lot of Halloween movies in October, so you gotta fill it out, right?
Yeah.
It's not my fault you're no fun.
I am lots of fun.
You are lots of fun. I'm just poking fun at you.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. But I think that does it. We have done it, good sir.
Yeah.
I hope everyone has enjoyed yet another review of yet another film that we have watched.
On Netflix.
We might have changed someone's life tonight, Effin Stephan.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I think we did too. If you would like to subscribe to us, you can find us on Stitcher.
Yep.
On Podbean.
Yep.
And on iTunes.
Yes, correct.
And if you like us, maybe tell a friend.
Leave a little rate, a little review. Could be good, could be bad. We prefer good.
Fill out those stars, however many you want to give us.
Yeah, all of the stars preferably.
All the cool kids give us 5 stars, so if you want to be a cool kid, I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there.
That's all you gotta do.
That's all you gotta do. And we'll read it on the show.
5th star.
And you are good to go. And all you gotta do is search RedOnYou, all one word. Very simple.
Yep.
And you'll find us. But it is time for us to wrap this up. Effin Stephan, once again, good show, good sir.
Thank you. I had fun. Let's do this again.
Aw, shit, dude.
What?
You got RedOnYou.
3 out of 4 people got an STD. I got 2 people's blood on me. You do the math, I got AIDS. I know I got it.